Welcome to Serendipity Intended. My name is Tracy Ann, and I am so glad that you are here. It is time for another day in Junk Journal, January 2026. And if we take a quick look at the prompt, today is handmade. So I decided that I was going to use a piece of a master board that I made earlier this month. I have a whole bunch of the board left over. And so I thought I would take just a piece of that and use it along with an image that I found in an issue of Daphne's diary. She's always got such great things in there, and I just love this little doll. So I'm just going to cut that out and use it as my focal point. And I thought today what I would do is use the master board and this image to create just a quick little tag that I could include in the page and then journal on the back of, as well as be able to journal on the page itself. With many of the pages that I've done this month, I've created images that take up so much of the page that I haven't left myself a ton of room for journaling. So I thought maybe if I created a journal tag and left the page behind it blank, that would give me some extra space to write on for those days when I have a little more to say than I left myself room for. The great thing about doing a master board is that your background is kind of already done for you. There's not a whole lot left for you to worry about, and you just have to cut it down to size and then, I guess, add to it. Now, this tag was a little bit wider than I needed, so just went ahead and trimmed off just the smallest amount to make it fit more, make more sense with my little doll. Right, I love the way that she looks there. There's a little bit of sort of a peachy pink color in her dress, and I wanted to pull that out and just make the tag feel a bit more finished. So I'm going to use that strip across the top, almost like a header of sorts. Just a way to make it feel a little bit more finished and a little bit less like I just cut it off of a master board and stuck it down. I also wanted to age it just slightly, so grabbed my trusty distress ink and quickly went around the edges. The other thing that's really great about this technique is that it hides the paper underneath. So the masterboard was just a white piece of paper. So going around the edges kind of hides the white edges from where I chopped everything off. And then, yeah, she's cute. I did want to do a little something to help her pop off of the page. So I grabbed my antique linen distress crayon and just went around the edges, adding a little bit of color. It's pretty subtle and it's a little hard to see on the video, and you might have to trust me that it helps her to pop just enough. Now, I did decide to use art glitter glue to glue her down just because there was some bumpiness to the masterboard, and I wanted to make sure that she stayed stuck. Really, all that remained after that was to figure out a way to attach her to the page. I briefly thought about adhering her to the top, maybe even stapling her at the top of the page, and then decided I really didn't want to do that. I did want to add a little sentiment to the page as well. Tim Holtz has so many little books with sentiment strips on them, and I love using them with my pages. Right, so now I really am ready to figure out how to attach her, and I played a little bit with some placement and then decided I just was going to create a very small pocket at the bottom of the page with some book page just to have something to slide her into. I like using tape for my pockets. I just feel like it holds a little better than using a glue, even an art glitter glue. And also, quite honestly, I don't have to wait for it to dry like I do for the art glitter glue. With the tape, I can just stick it in and not have to worry about the glue oozing or seeping. Because this pocket is so much wider than the tag, I felt like it was okay to go ahead and use the art glitter glue on the edges. And that is pretty much it for the page. I did use some orange and cherry red colored pencils to add some color to my date block so that it would coordinate with my little tag that I created. I've been trying to do this on each of my pages in the journal just to kind of further customize something that's pre-printed and make it a little bit more my own. Also just a touch of gray to go with her dress and fill in the rest of the blocks. I hope you are having fun with Junk Journal January. I certainly am. And I hope that you join me again soon. Until then, I hope you make a great day.